let's talk about the race in Florida. Ron DeSantis, running for re-election on Tuesday for governor. His campaign released a new ad about how God picked a fighter to become Florida's governor. It is odd. Listen.
And on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a protector. So God made a fighter.
The ad invokes God's name 10 times in 96 seconds. DeSantis is never mentioned, although, as the word God is said, you keep seeing these images of DeSantis. What do you make of this? It's like I said, odd. I mean, it's uncomfortable.
Well, I think if you're going to coin a phrase, you might say the ad is desanctimonious. It is quite remarkable. It's one thing to be endorsed by Liz Cheney. It's another thing to be endorsed by God. And I love the voice. For those people who are old enough to remember, it sounds just like Paul Harvey, the great radio announcer. I'm sure it'll play to a certain audience. I think a lot of the Christian evangelicals. But to say that God created a fighter over and over, and to continue to show pictures of the governor, Ron DeSantis, is, as you say, curious.
It is amazing. I can't believe anybody would actually be comfortable about such a thing appearing about them on television. But I suppose that is what it takes to have national ambitions. Thank you so much, Chris Wallace. I appreciate it.
You bet.
CNN's Steve Contorno covers Florida politics for us, and he joins us now. There will be many watching this internationally who don't know very much about Ron DeSantis. So just explain why it is that Donald Trump might see him as a threat, and hence perhaps why he is using nicknames to mock said candidate.
Well, Ron DeSantis is someone who became very popular among Republicans during the pandemic at a time when a lot of the country was locking down their economies, requiring people to mask, requiring people to get vaccinated. Florida eschewed all of that, which was pretty consequential because it is the country's third largest state. And DeSantis became a sort of Republican star in that moment and has, in some ways, reached the president's popularity levels with a lot of Republicans across the country. And DeSantis is someone who actually owes a bit of his political past and his political stardom to President Trump. Trump endorsed him during a very consequential primary in Florida, helped him win election in 2018, and now DeSantis in many ways is his biggest rival going into a potential 2024 presidential primary. And we are starting to see that relationship fray in the public in these closing weeks of the midterm. We've seen Trump criticizing DeSantis on social media. We've seen DeSantis endorsing a candidate who is vocally anti-Trump. And then this past weekend, as you said, there was a rally Trump had in Pennsylvania where he called DeSantis Ron DeSanctimonious, not one of his catchier nicknames, but nonetheless, it's something he tends to do when he spots a political rival merging. And DeSantis held events in Florida separate from Trump over the weekend as well, when both candidates were here, really showing that these guys, in a moment when parties typically come together, there's quite a wedge in between them, and it is being driven all through about 2024 politics.